Yes. Yeah, this is the first live session of the just announced geometry live sessions. I decided to call these sessions Geometry with Figurines because the authors of this book wanted to, the original idea for this book was to call it Geometry with Figures. And it was published on 2020. I had already said that in the invitation video. I suppose I have it. I have the book over here because I want to get myself on track and not start, the chit chatting and converting something very different. And instead of a geometry session, this is the introductory video. So I want to quote this part. In studying geometry, the main goal is to understand the structure of our space, how to see it, learn how to see it, and find out how to orient ourselves in it. Okay, here it goes again. In studying geometry, the main goal is to understand the structure of our space, this space, learn how to see it, and find out how to orient ourselves in it. You know, I just remember all of a sudden because right now I'm lacking confidence to in this session. I'm a little bit nervous, but all of a sudden I remember some phrase by Dr. Kai-Fu Lee, which is the guy is in the artificial intelligence area, and he says that lectures should be given by masters. That's ideal, but I am not a master, and I am not excusing myself. I will do the best to deliver in my style, but if someone has access to a master, well, that's a great thing. And as things are going, most likely people in the future will have its own master in the form of a computer software, you know, which will be great. Hopefully, the information and this knowledge on how to develop these artificial masters will be available for everybody and not just some entities. And in this book, Mathematics for the Millions, which I haven't finished, the guy says that when the knowledge is spread among the people, there are progress. But let's focus on geometry. That's why I have the book over here, because I start to, to do the talking. Now, chapter one: points and lines. In a traditional classroom, uh, the teacher writes the topic, points and line. Points and lines. A look at projective geometry. I won't do that, but I will mention the topic. Points and lines. A look at projective geometry. Okay, they don't want to use definitions. They want you to build on your own your knowledge because you are very capable of that to do that. So I have put this black whiteboard over here. Uh, so think of this. Okay, so have a look at this is a point. You don't see it. I don't know why. Oh, maybe here. Oh, it's like I don't think you're able to see what I'm doing. Here's one point. Here's another point. And here's another point. And here's another point. Are you able to see those points? I don't know. Maybe here. You get the idea. Those are points. But let's suppose you are like marking points on your notebook. One point, one point, one point, one point, one point. Here are another points. Look at this. I don't think you are able to see those two, but you have your notebook. If you are getting lunch, no, don't mess around with the stuff in there, but you can, draw some point in your hand without hurting yourself. And the book says that the sharper the instrument, the better the point will be marked. And we have this sharp over here. It's from a compass. Geometry deals with ideal points. But now imagine yourself that you are using some magnifying instruments and you put it on your head and now you are going to see these points in this way. Look at this. Are you able to see? Yeah, at last something you are able to see. It's the other point that went over there because you are using your magnifying glasses. You know, they don't look like like points in the traditional sense. Now the author invites you to um, make a reflection when you see the stars in the night. Uh, you are seeing those stars as points in the sky, but as you know, those are huge objects. Uh, being the sun, one of those stars, and you see how big the sun is. Even from here, we can appreciate its beauty. Okay, so it will depend on the scale you are using. What is this? Okay, I was looking for this. Still, if you want a definition, the author mentions Euclid, Euclid, the elements of Euclid. Okay, so a point is that which has no part. There you have your definition. But don't try to memorize. This is not the approach of the book. And you will be constructing your knowledge in this way. And then we arrive to the lines. Okay, we have seen some points. And now I will draw a line. Okay, well, let me see where. Only here. Yes, that's a line. Now I'm going to use a bigger instrument, which is rock. The steel is bigger. Okay, there's another line, a bigger one. But a line is, if we don't mention any other information, we will think of lines as being straight lines. And a line extends to the infinite in both directions. And since we need to study these lines and points and their relations, we will need to only focus on some parts of these lines, but be aware that they extends to the infinite in both directions. You can, continue to draw this line, and at some point you will, I don't know, be very far away from here, and still you won't reach the end of these lines. And geometry deals with ideal points that can't be subdivided. Ideal points that can't be subdivided, and ideal lines that have no thickness and extend infinitely in both directions. Even when we will touch this topic in chapter 2, they mention that there are some lines. Let's see. Um, there are some lines that don't intersect, never intersect, never cross themselves uh, among them. Those are called parallel lines. I don't think you're able to see this one. And what is marker? Yeah, those are some parallel lines. And uh, the way you will be learning these things is that you take an active part, and whenever a figure is being shown, you will have to, construct the geometry in on your own. And again, you don't need, as I said in the introductory video, you can do it in your mind, but pay attention to your environment. I mean, don't do geometry in your mind and cause an accident. uh, yeah. So ideal points that cannot be subdivided, and ideal lines that have no thickness and extent and extend infinitely in both directions. This is the 1.1. What is a point and what is a line? We have covered both concepts without giving you definitions. And tomorrow, if you like, if you join, we will tackle 1.2 and 1.3. Yeah, and there are some problems that I won't be solving in on real time because it's all about you learning, and you will learn it the most when you are taking an active role as a learner. And someone might ask, how will I know if I get the answer right? And in the book of algebra, the author says that back in the day when there were correspondence, the schools by correspondence, they were forbidden to evaluate the students' homework. So it's all about, I suppose that the author really wants for you to enjoy the journey. Don't be stressed in the sense that I need to learn. Did I get it right? The main thing that you can obtain from mathematics is the thinking process in arriving to a solution. That's the mathematical thinking, as some authors says. Mm, I think I will see you tomorrow in another live session. Thank you very much, and we will see why this is not being full in the screen. See you later. I mean tomorrow, hopefully. Bye. Have a good one.